Hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft Security Breach tutorial. In today's episode, we will be finishing all of the walls and floors for the whole atrium, but unfortunately, part 4 is going to have to be split into two parts, part A and B, just like the last episode. But it will be done very soon, so don't worry, and then after that, we will then move on to decorating the whole entire atrium, which will definitely take some time. Other than that, let's go ahead and get right on into the video. So the first room that we are going to be doing is the Fazerblast sub-lobby. Then we'll be moving on to Roxy Raceway, then Kids Cove, then Monty Golf, and then last we will be doing the bakery. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is add in the main floor. So what you're going to do, with your purple concrete, we're going to go ahead and add the whole floor is purple concrete powder. So we're just going to be adding all purple concrete right below the walls. So that way we have room for all the purple concrete powder below. So I'm just going to go ahead and outline this real quick. And what we're going to do, you guys are going to fill this whole square in with purple concrete. And then you're going to go ahead and add purple concrete powder on top of that. So it's going to end up looking like this, and then you're just going to add purple concrete powder on top of it, and that will be the finished product for the main floor for the Fazerblast sub-lobby. So go ahead and just fill this part in real quick, and I will see you in just 1 second. Alright, this is what it should look like once it is all filled in. You should have all purple concrete powder finished as the final result for the main floor. What we're going to go ahead and do now is grab your blue terracotta, and we are going to start filling all of the walls in for all of Fazerblast. Or the Fazerblast sub-lobby. So what you guys are going to go ahead and do is fill in this whole square and this whole square with blue terracotta. Then we're going to go ahead and add kind of the space look with the sea lanterns and the stars that are around it. And we'll just fill in this wall here, and then we'll move on to Roxy Raceway. So go ahead, fill these two squares in real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, this is what it should look like once it is complete. Now, we're going to go ahead and add kind of the space look to the walls. So, we're going to go ahead and go on the back side of this left wall here. And we're going to go all the way down to the very corner, right about where this spot is. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to place 1, 2, 3. We're then going to place 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. So far, then we're going to go ahead and add 1, 2, 3. So it's four blocks or 4 things of 3 blocks. We're then going to go ahead and we're going to add 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 times. Then we're going to go ahead and add 1, 1, 2, and lastly, this, and then all black concrete is going to go across the whole top. And then this whole black spot right here will be filled in, all of this, except for here. All of this will be filled in right now. And once that is complete, we're going to go ahead and move on to this side of the wall. And we're going to go ahead and come all the way down to here. Now, since there are going to be stairs back here, so right here, we're not going to break any of the wall yet. We're going to go ahead and come 2 blocks below these bricks. And right here, we're going to place 1 black concrete, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then last is 1, 1, 2. And then the rest of this black concrete will be going all the way across the top. And then you're going to go ahead and fill this whole spot in. And down here, just go ahead and just bring this all the way to the ground, because there's going to be stairs back here. You're not going to see part of it. So go ahead and fill in this whole spot in with all black concrete real quick. And now once that is complete, we're going to go ahead and start adding these stars for this area. So grab your white concrete and your sea lanterns. We're going to go ahead and just start placing in some of the stars. So all of these stars are going to be kind of random. I don't exactly remember how I originally built them, but I'm just going to go ahead and start placing them just all over. You can go ahead and slow this part down just so you can see exactly where I'm placing these if you would like to just copy all this. So I'm just going to go ahead and start placing a bunch of these random down. You can go ahead and do the same. It really does not matter as long as they end up like how something you look. Or if they end up looking kind of too even and they don't kind of look like that, you can kind of just add more stars. And don't add like so much of them. And if there's too many, you can always just go ahead and get rid of some. Just like this. And then we're going to go ahead and swap out some of the other white concrete with our sea lanterns just to make some of them glow. So let's just go through a couple of them and just add some sea lanterns just so they give off light. Make sure you get at least most of the corners. especially where it's going to be dark. So something like that, just so it kind of lights up a little bit. Now we're going to go ahead and do that exact same thing on this whole side right here. We're just going to go ahead and just start placing a bunch of random white concrete just to act as stars. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look good. Whatever works for you, it will work. Because I don't really think about how all these stars will end up looking. I just spam a bunch and hope that they turn out how I want them to. And if there's always too many, we can always just get rid of some. And then we'll just go ahead and do the exact same thing that we did on the other wall. And with our sea lanterns, just replace some of the white concrete with our sea lanterns. And we'll end up with something that we hopefully should like. And we'll have one more there. So now we have basically the whole starry part for Fazer Blast. We're gonna go ahead and add the roof last, but the next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is add in the main wall for this part down here. So just go ahead and just bring this whole wall up with blue terracotta. We're just gonna bring this across right down to here. And we're going to go ahead and raise up this pillar as well. So grab your polished andesite and start raising this pillar up. Same thing on this side. And then lastly, just go ahead and fill this area in with our blue terracotta. Now this part here, oh wait. I don't know if you guys came across this. I think you probably did. This is not supposed to be like this. This is supposed to be right up to here, and this is supposed to be 2 more blocks out. But if we do that, that's going to affect how this lines up and how this lines up, meaning part of whatever we did or whatever I did, I messed something up. So it's not going to be exactly accurate. You're going to have to kind of deal with this part. So just kind of add this blue terracotta there. It will kind of hide it a little bit, but it's kind of annoying just seeing this, especially from this angle. But we're gonna have to stick with it for now and just move on. So next part, I think, same deal with this. This part, we're gonna go ahead and add in and just fill in this part because it's a little bit different than it actually should be. But I think what we're gonna go ahead and do now is add in the starry part for the whole ceiling up here. So what we're gonna do, actually, hold on. There is a little section down here, like a little, I believe it's called, I don't know, it's like a snack shack. So we're gonna go ahead and just build this now. We need our light gray concrete. We're gonna grab our purple concrete as well. And I believe that's going to be it for now, except we're gonna add stairs. So polished deep slate and our crimson stairs. So with this, we are gonna go ahead and it's somewhere around here, I believe. So right here at this blue terracotta, we're going to go ahead and skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On the 6th block, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 3, polished deep slate. We're going to bring this out by 1 and 2 more. And just kind of add this up in a stair-like formation. This is where we're going to go ahead and add our crimson stairs. So just add this on top, so it's going to kind of look something like that. And then on this side, we're going to go ahead and skip this block here. We're going to place 1, 2, then 1 purple concrete, or 3 purple concrete. This will go out of the way to the back and place 3 purple concrete again. And we're going to go ahead and place light gray concrete again, and light gray concrete right here, so we can end up lining up here and here. And we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing on this side. So light gray concrete is going to line up there and there, and the stairs will continue up eventually. So now what we're going to go ahead and do on the inside, we're going to grab our polished black stone. We're going to need our calcite and our polished andesite. So from this point here, or is there, I think wait, okay, I think I was thinking from a different angle. So right here, we're going to go ahead and place 1 layer of purple concrete right here. Actually, skip that part. Right here, we're going to go ahead and place our polished black stone. Or let's just place it on this side for now. And then our polished andesite. Then here, this will be our, we need our blue terracotta. We're going to go ahead and place this right here. And then, I believe, okay, it's the exact same thing. So, polished black stone, just like that. And then, oh wait. And our polished andesite. So something like this. And then on this side, that's all there. And now we're going to go ahead and replace this wall with polished blackstone. So with your polished blackstone, just go ahead and place 3 layers of polished blackstone like this. We also will end up needing our polished diorite. And we're just gonna, this is basically the roof. So we're just gonna go ahead and place in the roof for this part here. We'll bring it all the way across the top. And we'll stop right here. And then the whole floor is going to be filled with all calcite. Alright, and now once that's done, I messed up one thing. This actually is still blue terracotta. This wall on the back is polished blackstone. We don't have the stars and the black concrete. It's all polished blackstone. And then moving on back to this wall in the back, we're going to go ahead and dig out 2 blocks, or 4 blocks like this. We're going to then place our concrete, bring this on the inside, and we're going to bring it right to here. And this is going to be 4 blocks. A very small room. We're going to place 1 extra layer, and so, yeah, just like that. And with our light gray concrete, we'll place 1 wall in the back. This will come up 3 blocks. And then on this side is going to be all blue terracotta on this wall. And then the roof is just going to end up being polished diorite. So we're going to go ahead and grab that and just fill this whole area in using our polished diorite. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our sea lanterns and go on the inside just to place some lights. Actually, wait, no, there are no lights on this side. My bad. So now that we have this part, we're going to go ahead and bring this up by 2 layers, because this is 2 layers here. And this will cover up all of the polished diorite, and will also is where the stairs will be sitting. So I'm just going to leave like a 2-block space right there. Whoa. And we're going to fill this up. Next, we're going to go ahead and grab more crimson stairs. And I believe we are going to need our red concrete powder. This is going to come all the way across. Oops. This is going to come all the way across the top, and it is going to end up right here. This is where we're going to place 2 layers of crimson stairs, and it should end up looking something like this. But now we are going to go ahead and grab our crimson fences, and this is going to come all the way across the top right here. Same thing here, just so no one actually gets out. And I believe this is the well, we haven't decorated it yet, but we will once we get there. So now we have all the walls lined up for, or all the walls built for the Faster Blast sublobby. Now we're just going to go ahead and add in the roof for the Faster Blast sublobby, and we will move on to Roxy Raceway. So we're going to need all of this stuff again. And your blue terracotta, we're just going to line up right here, and ignore this part here. We're going to go ahead and get that filled in after this. This is going to come all the way across the top, and it is going to stop right there, I believe, which is right where this is. So just make sure it lines up with this wall, and you should be good. There we go. And then all of this area right up here will be filled in using our blue terracotta, and then we will add the little space part. So go ahead and fill this all in real quick, and I will be right back. And there we go. This is what it should look like once it is all filled up. Now we're going to go ahead and come down to this corner right here and skip 2 blocks. On the 3rd block, we're going to place 1. We're going to place 1, 2. Then we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 3 blocks, kind of just like this. Then we're going to go ahead and add 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it should look like this. Then we're going to place 1, 1, 2. And then we're going to place 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 actually. This is actually 3 blocks. And then it is 4 blocks this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go ahead and go down 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then it's going to be 1, 1, 2. And then the rest of this is just going to be all along here. So go ahead, fill this all in real quick, and I will be right back. Alright, this is the full thing all filled up. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is just add a bunch of stars in. So I'm just going to go ahead and start randomly placing them, just like we did with the other walls down below. Just have them in some random spot. I don't think you'll be able to slow down and be able to copy this. but just place them randomly, so they should end up kind of, I mean, you could have something that ends up looking like this. Now, I think this is actually the perfect amount of stars, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my sea lanterns, and I'm just going to go ahead and start placing in a bunch of sea lanterns, and swapping them out, or swapping the white concrete out with sea lanterns, and hopefully just ending up with something that I like. And I think this actually looks pretty good, so we're going to go on the underside, and this is the finished product. Now, if you want to add any extra sea lanterns, you totally can. But this is basically the finished walls for all of Faster Blast. We will add in the elevator and the decorating, and same with this little section here, along with the big Ferris wheel. But we have just gotten the main walls in for now. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just fix this area right here, or not fix, but fill in this area here, and then we'll move on to this section and then Roxy Raceway. So let's go ahead and come up to here. Actually, you know what? Let's start down here. So what we're going to go ahead and do is grab your blue terracotta and bring this one block starting here all the way across. It's not going to line up exactly with the polished andesite, and it shouldn't. So it's going to end up stopping right here. And all this purple concrete, bring this all the way across. It's going to fill up all the way and stop right at this, like right before the polished andesite. Or you know what? Yeah, right before the polished andesite right here. So it should end up looking something like this. So it's all filled in just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and come right down to here and actually add 3 blocks of blue terracotta. This wall is basically going to come all the way. It's not exactly a wall. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it comes all the way across and it stops right here. So we'll just fill this whole area in real quick. And it should end up looking something like this from the underside and this from the outside. And now for this part here, just to kind of get this all lined up, basically what we're going to do is kind of, okay, it's a little different. So with your blue terracotta right on the polished andesite, we're just going to bring 2 blocks coming all the way across, and it's going to end up lining up right there. Now right on the underside of this is a little bit different. So we're going to go ahead and just bring 1 block across here and 1 block across here. It's kind of somewhat like upside down stairs, and make sure this comes all the way across to the other wall. And it should stop right there. So this is what it should end up looking like, and it should look like this from this underside too. So that is basically this whole Faster Blast area all complete. So we're going to go ahead and move on to filling in this area here, and then move on to Roxy Raceway. So let's start, let's see. You know, let's fill in this little hallway down here first. So first of all, to start out, we're going to go ahead and build in the main floor for this little hallway. Now, if you guys remember the floor pattern that we did in the daycare, we used white, light gray, and gray concrete to make this pattern that ended up looking something like this. I'm sure you remember it if you ended up building the daycare. But that is basically this whole floor design, and just go ahead and repeat this exact floor design going all the way, stopping right here. So this is the point where you're going to stop at. You can also go ahead and just raise up these pillars just real quick so you know where to stop. And then once we have done that, let's stop around there. And then once you have that in the floor, we will go ahead and add in the walls here. So go ahead, bring these up, and also go ahead and fill in the main floor real quick, and I'll show you what it looks like once it is done. So I will be right back. Once you have filled in the main floor, it should end up looking something like this pattern, just like the daycare. And I also have gone ahead and raised up these 2 pillars right here, because now we're going to go ahead and fill in the main walls. So with your bricks and spruce planks, we're going to go ahead and add 2 more layers of bricks on top of these bricks, and also go around the door frame. And with this door frame, this is a level 10 security badge door, which means it is inaccessible. So we're going to go ahead and grab our black concrete and add this right behind here, and grab our birch door and just place 2 of them right there. Next up, we're just going to go ahead and place 2 more layers of bricks going across this side. And then once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and grab your spruce planks and place 1, 2, 3 spruce planks. And this is going to go across both sides, just like this. Then once you have gone ahead and did that, we're going to go ahead and fill in the roof part just for right here. So what you're going to go ahead and do is we are going to need our black concrete, we need our light gray concrete, And we're going to go ahead and also just place a row of that right across the top here. Because this red, this is not a wall. This is, or well, yes, it's a wall, but it's kind of the construction walls. It's not an actual, like, wall like these. So go ahead and just grab your light gray concrete and place a row of this just across the top. And we'll keep it like that just for now. Now, let's see. So this part of the ceiling is kind of a starry kind of ceiling. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and grab our black stained glass and our coal. So this is going to seem a little bit odd, but go ahead and grab your block of coal and... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, with your block of coal, just place your block of coal across the top like this. Now also, you're probably wondering, this is where the floor is. That's because we're going to go ahead and add magenta concrete on top of this when we end up filling in the floors for this. So this whole section across here is filled in with all block of coal. And right here, there's actually going to be... So we're going to add 2 layers of light gray concrete like this, just to bring it down. And then all of this here, this is all filled with black stained glass. So you're going to go ahead and fill this in with black stained glass. And then once you have the black stained glass going all the way on the inside, we're going to grab our sea lanterns and go on top of the coal and just start placing a bunch of random sea lanterns just to act as stars. And once you think you have the right amount, we're going to go on the underside, and there we go. Doesn't look the best, but whatever works, works. And obviously this is a floor, but with magenta carpet, this will be covering all of this. So it doesn't exactly blend in like super well. If we grab magenta concrete powder, you can obviously kind of see a difference, but from further away, it's kind of harder to tell. So now that we have the main hallway in, we're going to go ahead and actually start filling up this whole area here, and then we'll move on to the Roxy Raceway sub-entrance. So we're going to go ahead and fill in the actual floor for this whole area, which is all magenta concrete powder. So with your purple concrete, this will be filling in all around here. You can go ahead and bring it around to here as well. And this is where the light gray concrete will take over. This does go on the back side here. And the purple concrete is going to stop right there, and it's going to fill in all of this area. It's going to come all the way down to here, and it is going to come around it's going to come around all of the walls. I think you basically get the idea. It's going to fill in this whole area. It's going to go past these stairs and just end up filling here. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, and once you have all of the purple concrete filled in with this whole area, also go ahead and place your magenta concrete powder on top of it. So you're going to go ahead... You are going to need your magenta concrete powder. And once you have all the purple concrete just all filled in, you're just going to go ahead and place your magenta concrete powder on top of it. That way we have our main floor, and then we'll add the magenta carpet on top of all of this coal and sea lanterns. So go ahead and fill in this with all purple concrete and magenta concrete powder, and I will show you what it looks like once it is done. So I will be right back. And this is what it should all be. This is what it should end up looking like once it is all complete. All the purple concrete is all below it, as you can see if we go around the back. Purple concrete is all filled in, and magenta concrete powder is all placed on top. I have also gone ahead and placed in all of our magenta carpet on top of all the sea lanterns and coal. It's not super noticeable, but once you get up close, it can be kind of noticeable. But at least we're covering it, and it kind of blends in at least a little bit. So now we're going to go ahead and fill up the walls back here, and then move on to the Roxy Raceway sub-entrance. So what we're going to do, we are going to need, obviously, our bricks. We're going to need our spruce planks and our netherite blocks, or block of netherite. And we're going to go ahead and come right up to this spot here. With our block of netherite, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is going to come all the way across, and it's not exactly going to line up with it. Never mind, it is. Alright, so it's going to line up right there. And just fill this whole area in with our block of netherite. And then once that is all filled in, it should end up looking like this. Now with our walls, we're going to go ahead and bring up, and we're going to add 2 layers on top of all of the bricks. So just go on all of the bricks and just add 2 extra layers on top of all of them, skipping all of the polished andesite and the doors. And then once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and add 3 layers of spruce planks on top of all of the bricks. So just go ahead and add all these. Go ahead and add all the 3 layers of spruce planks on top of all the bricks. And then once you have done that, just go ahead and grab your block of netherite and add 2 layers of, add 2 layers of blocks of netherite on top of all of these spruce planks. And then there we go, that is all the main walls, skipping all of the doors. So now, we're just going to go ahead and raise up all of the polished andesite, going all the way up to the roof, or where the roof is going to be, aka the top of the walls. Just raise all of the polished andesite up all the way to the top. And then once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and grab our polished blackstone. We are also going to need our red concrete and our blue terracotta. So this is the Roxy Raceway entrance door, and we're going to place our layer of polished blackstone on top of it. This door is not going to be open. Same with this door, because we're not actually in that area yet. And then just go ahead and add 1, 2, 3 layers of red concrete. Actually, yeah, 3 layers of red concrete. And then a layer of polished andesite on top of it. Now for the design, we're just going to go ahead and add, I'm lagging, 1, 2, 3 blue stained terracotta, or blue terracotta. Then we're going to go ahead and just make kind of a zigzag like this. Like that should end up looking like this. And then something, let's see. Or, you know what? There. This is the design that we're going to go ahead and have. So just make sure that the door looks just like this. And with your block of netherite, I'm lagging a lot. With your block of netherite, just go ahead and place this all across the top. And now what you're going to do is build this exact same door right where this is. There's going to be no difference with the door whatsoever. Just go ahead and build this here, or build this door right here, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So I'll be right back. Alright, and this is the finished product of that door, literally just copying the exact same thing. Now we're just going to go ahead and add on this little roof part right here, and we're going to finish this and then move on to Roxy Raceway. So with your block of coal, all you're going to do is just make an outline on top of the block of netherite, because this is where we're going to this is where we are going to make the starry ceiling like we did in that little hallway right under us. So just bring your block of coal all the way around, and it should end up right there. Then you're going to go ahead and grab your black stained glass and fill in this whole area using your black stained glass, and then place your block of coal on top of it. So just go ahead, fill this whole area in with black stained glass, and I will see you in just 1 second. Then once you have filled all of the black stained glass and placed all of your block of coal on top of the glass, we're going to go ahead and grab our sea lanterns, and we're just going to start randomly placing a bunch of sea lanterns around until we end up with some stars. And it doesn't matter, once again, I'm just randomly placing these. I don't have an exact pattern I'm actually going to end up placing these in. Just start placing them around until you end up with something that you think looks good. You don't have to copy me down exactly. It's just something that you just have to randomly place and hope that it looks good. So let's go ahead and go under it. And I think that looks okay. If there's too many sea lanterns like stuck together like this, you can either get rid of them or kind of spread them apart if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of some and maybe place a couple more. And I think that looks alright for now. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is place the little roof part for this section here. So with our smooth, we're going to go ahead and grab our smooth sandstone. And we're also going to go ahead and grab our blue terracotta. With our smooth sandstone, we're going to go ahead and fill in this whole area. We're going to bring your smooth sandstone all the way to the end of this pillar right here. And you're going to bring it all the way across until it lines up with, it's either going to hit the top of the netherite or be right above the netherite. So right there. And we're just going to fill this whole area in with smooth sandstone. And it should end up looking something like this. Now for this part here, that is going to look a little bit off. It definitely does, but we're just going to keep it for now. Once we have all of the smooth sandstone in, with your blue terracotta, we're going to go ahead and place one extra row of blue terracotta right on the side of the smooth sandstone. And we're just going to keep that like that for now, because there's going to be another section right above it with using blue terracotta for the main Roxy Raceway part. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is build some of the construction walls. Just for this part here, we'll do the rest of the construction walls when we decorate. So with your polished deep slate walls and red concrete, just go ahead and add 2 extra layers of red concrete on top of this whole section right here. And then And then once you have done that, go ahead and grab your polished deep slate walls and skip 3 blocks each, and you're just going to place walls in between each of them. So skip 3 blocks, place 3, skip 3 blocks, place 3, skip 3 blocks, place 3, and you're just going to keep doing this until you get to the end, which is right there. And for this part, with our light gray terracotta, just bring this all the way across, and we are, I think, because this part is going to be filled up with a white wall, so we're not going to fill in anything right below, so just going to get rid of this. Now, all of the walls around this whole sub-entrance to Roxy Raceway is all under construction. So, using the white concrete, we are going to go ahead and just fill up all of these white walls. So, this part here, this will be all filled in, and it's just going to be raised up right to there. So, it's going to be raised up all right here, same thing here. Same thing with this wall. Actually, no, this wall is a little bit different. Do not fill in this wall with white concrete, but fill in this whole wall and these 2 little walls right down here. And these walls are a little bit different, and same with this one. So go ahead, fill in this wall and these 2 walls right here with white concrete, and I will be right back. And there we go. This is what it should look like once you have filled in this wall and these 2 walls with white concrete. Now, one small mistake we did is this section right down here. This is not supposed to be 2 blocks wide. It's supposed to actually be 1 block wide, just like this. Meaning you can fill in this extra part and this wall, which will also be lined up right to there. And just line it up and bring it all the way until right here. Because at this point, we're going to cover up all of this extra stuff. And this is the cover for this, or the cover for this non-working door is 1 block back. Also, we're gonna have to move these 1 block back and line it up right there. And you're just gonna do the exact same thing right below the polished andesite. Just bring it all the way to this corner. And same for this part. This whole wall is going to end up being white concrete. So you can go ahead and just raise this all the way up to the very top. And there we go. So the full completed wall on this side is now in, and now for this side, it is a little bit different. So there are a couple different colors, I should say. First is going to be white. We're going to need our gray concrete and our red concrete. So for this part, this is going to be 4 blocks high. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to bring this all the way to this end right here. And then this next part, oh wait, sorry, not black concrete, we need gray concrete. And then the gray concrete will just be 1 row right above the white concrete. And it will look something like this. And then the rest of this wall is all red concrete. So from this end, all the way up to here, is all red concrete. This is what it should end up looking like. And when we decorate it, this will look a lot better. Now, the main floor for this area is all just stone. There's no other little details you could do with it. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but it's all just stone. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in this whole area with stone real quick. And then once you have all of the floor filled in, we're going to go ahead and come down to this, or what is going to be a non-functional door. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and add black and white concrete, so it looks something like this, and add our polished black stone on top of it. Then, with our red concrete, just go ahead and place 3 layers of red concrete. And then once you have done that with your blue terracotta, we're just going to go ahead and do another one of these patterns, just like we did on the door up there, or on both doors up there. So, try to replicate it so it looks just like this. Now, what we're gonna do, we don't need our polished andesite because the whole outline is more tires, so black and light gray concrete. The black concrete is going to come up 1, 2, 3 blocks. Then it's going to be the exact same thing, 1, 2, 3. And it's going to cover up a little bit of the door, but that's fine because we're not going to actually be able to go in the door. Then it's going to be 2 blocks. And then it is just going to be 1 block here, and then 1 block on top with light gray concrete here. Now do the exact same here. This is going to be 3 blocks high. Then the same thing, it is 3 blocks high once again. And then it is 2 blocks high. And then we're going to place 1, then 1 right here. And now we're just going to go ahead and line this up just like this. It doesn't exactly look like tires. I know the Roxy Raceway entrance has tires going around this door, but really this is kind of the closest thing I could really get to it. So I just kept it just like this. And now that we've done that, let's just go ahead and add some of the stairs here. So we're going to need our polished andesite, or polished deep slate, sorry. Our crimson stairs, and we're also going to need our red concrete powder. So for this, we're going to go ahead and skip 4 blocks from this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th block, we're going to go ahead and place 1 just all the way up until it's until it's 1 block below the light gray concrete. We're going to do the same thing, except it's going to keep going 1 block below, and it's going to come down 1, 2, 3, just like this. And then this part is just going to go ahead and end up being like this. And with the stairs, we can go ahead. Wait a minute. Sorry, this is not. Okay, I made a mistake. This is the stairs are supposed to be 4 blocks wide, not 5 blocks wide. So go ahead, just fix this real quick. And the stairs, just go ahead and line them up. And then for this part, this is where the red concrete powder will sit. So it's going to end up looking something like this. So 3 blocks high, we're just going to go ahead and bring this back by 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can place this whole under part, which is where we will place all of the red concrete powder. And then we're just going to go ahead, and with our stairs, we're going to have 3 layers of stairs sitting right here. So red concrete powder right here, there's going to be stairs. And just go ahead and line them up. So 3, 2, 1, and then just go ahead and just like this. And then bring your polished deep slate up again, line this up, and place your red concrete powder on top of it. Lastly, we're going to go ahead and grab our spruce fences and just place these along the sides. And then these are the stairs, and I believe, oh wait, last thing is the roof. So now with our blue terracotta, just go ahead and replace the purple concrete here with blue terracotta, because we're going to have this whole roof as blue terracotta. So now, just go ahead and fill in this whole entire section here. Everything here, just fill it all in with blue terracotta, and I will show you what it looks like once it is all complete. Alright, there we go. That is the Roxy Raceway sub-entrance all complete. Yes, it does look very bland and very boring, but trust me, once we decorate... Actually, okay, one last thing that I did forget to add. So, since these are all kind of under construction walls, these have a bunch of unpainted spots. And for the unpainted spots, I just used light gray concrete, and I just kind of placed them randomly around in these kind of shapes, or whatever shapes you really want. So I'm going to go ahead and place a bunch of random shapes, and I will let you guys copy them down once I have finished them. So I'm going to go ahead and add those in real quick on all the white walls, and I will be right back. Alright, now that I have fully added some of the light gray or unpainted spots on the walls, you can go ahead and copy all of this down. And then here is this wall right down here. Then here is this wall right here. And then lastly, here are these 2 walls right here. Now, once you have done that, we have the full Roxy Raceway sub-entrance all complete. What we're going to go ahead and do now is move over to Kids Cove and start building the walls, and floors for all of Kids Cove. And then we will go ahead and we will move on to Monty Golf right over here. So Kids Cove is going to be pretty simple. All of the walls and roof, and basically the walls and roof, are all light blue concrete, except for the floor, which is all sand. So for now, you can go ahead. We're going to go ahead and fill in the whole floor with just sand. And obviously, since sand will just fall right through, we're going to need to place something under it. So I'm going to go ahead and use purple concrete. So with the purple concrete, you're going to go ahead and fill in this whole area all along here, in between the door, and you're going to go right past this hallway here. You're going to go across here, just fill in this whole area with purple concrete, and then place your sand right on top of it as the main floor. I'll show you what it looks like once it is complete if you're a little confused, so I'll be right back. Alright, and then once the floor is fully filled in with sand, and I have purple concrete below, which is holding up the sand, we are going to go ahead and start filling up the walls. So with your light blue concrete, just go ahead and start raising up all these walls. And mainly, we're just going to do, we're just going to fill up this whole wall right here, and these walls down here and right down here. This wall is a little bit different. It has a little bit of a design on it. So go ahead, fill in, and actually go ahead, raise up these andesite pillars. And stop right there. So raise these up, and also go ahead and fill in the walls with light blue concrete going all the way around on this side too, and right here, except for this wall, because this wall we're going to fill in right after we fill in all this. So go ahead and build all this real quick, and I will be right back. Alright, once the walls are all filled in on this side and down to here, there is one thing that we are going to add, and that is some neon lights that come right here. So with your pink concrete, we don't need our light blue because we've already placed it in. But once you bring your pink concrete to there, with your pink and light blue stained glass paint, just go ahead and place in these, act as the lights. And same with the light blue on here. And then once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and fill in this whole wall now, except right now we're going to go ahead and make this door real quick. So this door is a little bit different than all of the other big security doors. So what we're going to need is obviously our polished andesite. We're going to need our white concrete, our red concrete. We're going to need our yellow and our light blue. Oh, and an orange. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 3 high of white concrete. And then with our light blue concrete, just place one extra layer on top like this. I believe this is what it should look like. And with our red concrete, this is supposed to be another entrance that somehow connected to the daycare, but it has a big banner across it that says closed. So I'm not really just gonna make the actual word closed. So something like this, and then there's a couple extra decorations that are on the door. So actually, one there, one there. So something that just looks like this, and then the polished andesite will go around this whole thing. And now you can go ahead and fill in this whole wall, and then there's one last thing we're going to add on this wall, and then it will fill in the roof. So go ahead, fill this whole wall in real quick with light blue concrete, and I will be right back. And there we go. Once you have filled in this whole wall, you're going to go ahead and grab your polished diorite, and we're going to come down to this bottom corner, the bottom right corner right here, and skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the 7th block, we're going to just go ahead and place all of this polished diorite going all the way across. It should sit perfectly on top of the door that we just placed, and it should end up right here. So just go ahead and break that, and break a little bit of this because the stairs are going to be right here. Now from here, there's a little bit of a design, and from this corner right here, we're going to go ahead and skip 1, 2, 3 blocks and place 3 polished diorite. Then we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 6th, place 3 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 6th, place 3 again. And we're going to go ahead and do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So skip 5 again. Skip 5 again. And now I'm just going to go ahead and raise all these up to the roof. Then once you have done that, to finish off all of Kids Cove, we're going to go ahead and grab our light blue concrete. And this is going to come across this is going to go all the way across the top. So from this point right here, all the way to this corner right over here, this is going to fill in with all light blue concrete. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this, fill in this roof real quick. And once you have done that, it should end up just like this, all filled in. And we're not going to do any decorating for this part because we're going to do that in the next episode after we do Chica's Bakery. So now for this part, let's just go ahead and fill in this hallway and then move on to Monty Golf. So this hallway is the exact same as the one over there. We're literally going to go ahead and grab our white concrete, light gray concrete, and gray concrete. And we're just going to go ahead and build this exact same pattern just like we did on the other side. So it's also the exact same pattern in the daycare. Go ahead and just fill in this whole floor real quick and just stop right here with these polished andesite pillars. Fill in this whole floor real quick, and I will be right back. Then, once the floor is all filled in, go ahead and grab your polished andesite, and we're just going to go ahead and start raising up all of the pillars right here, and bring your polished andesite right up so it's one block below the green concrete. Do this on this side as well. And then just raise up these 2 pillars on this side, and make sure they are the exact same height. And now for the walls, we're going to go ahead and add 2 extra layers of bricks on each side of the walls, and go around this door frame. And then once you have done that, go ahead and add... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, go ahead and add 2 layers of spruce planks on top of the bricks. Oh, actually, did we miss something? No, it's fine. All right. And then, yeah, just continue adding the spruce planks on top of all the bricks. And then once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and add in the roof. So the roof is going to be the exact same as over there. So we are going to need our coal, our block of coal, our black stained glass, and our sea lanterns. So we're going to place our block of coal right here. And we're going to stop it right about there. Do the same thing right here, our block of coal. Oh, missed the spot. And it's going to stop right there. And then we're going to go ahead and place our black stained glass all on the inside of here. And then once you have done that, we're going to go ahead and grab our block of coal again and just place your block of coal on top of all of the black stained glass. And then after you have done that with your sea lanterns, we're just going to go ahead and start placing a bunch of random sea lanterns around until you get some stars that you like. And once you are done with that, just go on under. And if you like it, then you like it, and we'll keep it just like that. Now for the level 10 door, since once again this is inaccessible, we are just going to go ahead and block it off with black concrete. So grab your birch door, your black concrete, fill this up, and place in your doors right there. And then after you have done that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the Ďałól sub-entrance right now. And actually, you know what? One thing, we got to add the little rooftop to this part here. I completely forgot about that. We're going to go ahead, we need our blue terracotta for this. And we're going to need our smooth sandstone once again. So at this point right here, we are going to go ahead and place one row of blue terracotta, right, swapping out with the light blue concrete. We're then going to place another layer of blue terracotta, going all the way across. And then finally, one more layer of blue terracotta right here. And this is where it is going to stop. And then we're going to go with our smooth sandstone. We're just going to go ahead and bring this all the way to this point here. I'd say we're going to stop right here for now, because the Ďałól sub-entrance is a little bit different. But for this part here, we are going to need our polished deep slate. And right along here, we're literally going to go ahead, fill this part in with, or actually, with our blue terracotta, bring it one block back to right here. And then with your polished deep slate, place 1, 2, 3. And this is going to end up being, three blocks right below the smooth sandstone. And just bring this all the way across. We're going to go ahead and just stay one block back from the green concrete, or 2 blocks back, because we actually don't know where the slope is going to be. So we're just going to keep it right there for now. But I'm actually guessing, you know, for now, I'm just going to line it up just like that. And now we're just going to go ahead and start filling all the walls here, and then we'll place in the roof for this part, and then we'll be done for this episode. So let's go ahead and start filling in the floor for Ďałól. So the floor for Ďałól is going to be all lime concrete powder. So with our lime concrete, we're just going to go ahead and add a layer of lime concrete right under where all of the concrete powder will be sitting. So just go ahead and make an outline for where all of the concrete will sit. And we're going to fill this whole area in with lime concrete, and then we're going to go ahead and place our lime concrete powder on top of all of this. So just go ahead and fill in this whole area with lime concrete and lime concrete powder. Skip over this little elevator floor part. Actually, you know what? Yeah, skip over this little elevator floor part, and we'll add that once we're done. So go ahead, fill this whole area in with lime concrete and place your lime concrete powder on top of it, and I will be right back. Alright, now once you have filled this whole area in with your lime concrete and lime concrete powder, as you can see, the lime concrete is below it and the concrete powder is sitting on top of it. Now we're going to go ahead and just quickly grab our polished deep slate and go right to the elevator and just place 6 blocks of polished deep slate just as the floor for the main elevator part. Now the walls for Ďałól are actually very simple. It is all green concrete around, filling on this side, the roof, and all down here. Except for this part, because we're going to have stairs down here that will lead up to this, whatever you want to call this. So what you want to go ahead and do is fill in these 2 walls with all green concrete, and these walls all down here, and right here too. Except, obviously, skipping this part. I'll show you what it looks like once it is complete, so except for the roof. Do not fill in the roof. So I'll show you what it looks like once all the walls are complete, and I will be right back. Alright, this is what it looks like once all the walls here are filled in, and all down here are completely filled in using green concrete. Now, for one final part, we're going to go ahead and add in the stairs on this side and the roof for Ďałól, and then we'll work on the roof here and the floors here, and we will finish off this episode. So with your warped stairs, we're going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 3, 4 warp stairs. 4 extra warp stairs, and with your polished deep slate, 4 extra warp stairs, just like this. Now from this point, we're going to go ahead and place one more layer here, and then 1, 2, 3 blocks, and this is going to go ahead and come out. So from these 3 blocks, we're going to come out and place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just go ahead and fill this spot up real quick. And then coming right out here, we're going to place 2 more just like this. We're then going to place 1, 2, and 1. Now these stairs, we're actually going to go ahead and grab our blue concrete powder for this, and just go ahead and place your polished deep slate all under here, so the concrete powder can actually sit on it. Place your blue concrete powder, and for this part now, these stairs here are 4 blocks wide as well, so we're going to go ahead and place our concrete powder here, except for there, and place 1, 2, 3, 4, and add 3 extra stairs, just so it is even, if I can. And then with your polished deep slate, just go ahead and line these all up right to here, and fill in this wall right here, and then fill in this little floor section, and place your blue concrete powder on top of it. And with once you have done that with your dark oak fences, just go ahead and place your dark oak fences here and on here. And there we go. We have our stairs in. Now for the roof, which is also a very easy part. All we're gonna do is just use our green concrete. We're gonna start on this corner, and we're gonna come all the way right. Let's come right to here, right before the polished andesite. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this whole area in with our green concrete. You go ahead and do that too. Then once you have filled the whole roof in, this is what it should look like. Once again, it's dark and empty, but that will change in the next episode, or after we do all of Chica's Bakery. So now with our blue terracotta, we are going to go ahead and come right down to here. Actually, you know what? On this side, there is something a little different. We're going to go ahead and bring our purple our purple concrete, and just make 1 extra layer, just so the green concrete is kind of not poking out of it. It's just going to end up looking like this. And what we're going to go ahead and do with our blue blue terracotta, is place 1 and 2. It is not going to be 3, it's just 2 blocks. And we're going to bring these all the way across. And once it is across, it's going to end up right here. And this is where we're going to go ahead and bring our smooth sandstone to. And now that we know where the roof is going to be, we're going to place our smooth sandstone. And it is going to fill in this whole area, so it will end up looking just like this. Now that we have done that, we're going to go ahead and place in the floor for here, and this episode will be finished. Actually, we need our black stained glass panes, because we need to place them all along this side. And stop right there. Now we're going to go ahead, and there is one thing that I did mess up. So we have to go back onto this side to actually fix it. So there's a little design that I messed up. It requires these floor patterns. So white concrete, light gray concrete, and gray concrete. That is going to sit on top. Or I'm thinking of the other side, not this side. On this side, it's different than that side over there. So we're going to go ahead with our white concrete, light gray concrete, and gray concrete. We are going to go ahead and place a little side pattern on the sides. So it's 3 blocks wide, and we're just going to place 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. It's going to get a little confusing for sure, but you should end up with basically this pattern, the exact same pattern down there, coming all the way across on this side. Obviously skipping over here, we're going to place carpet in that exact same pattern, and it's this exact same pattern on this side too. All you have to do is just try your best to line it up if you can. It's going to be a little bit tricky, but you'll eventually get there. So just go ahead and fill this whole side in and stop right here. So this is the point that you're going to stop at. Same thing on this side too. 3 blocks out, and just do this exact same pattern. It'll probably be best just to fill this whole area in with white concrete, and then placing in the pattern. So if we fill in this whole area using our white concrete, it's then actually easier to actually place in the pattern. So doing that, and since we can't actually see, we're just going to go ahead and grab our carpet real quick. White carpet, light gray carpet, and gray carpet. And just start placing the pattern, doing the exact same thing. So it's going to cover it up. And eventually we will end up on this side where we can go ahead and continue the pattern and continue it on using the blocks. So basically that's what you're doing. You're just doing this on this side and on this side too. So go ahead and do that real quick. I'll show you what it looks like once it is done. Alright, this is what it should end up looking like once it is complete. I've placed the carpet pattern on this side and finish off all of the concrete on this side. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do is with our red concrete, fill in this whole area. It is a different color this time. So instead, this is going to be all red concrete powder, because on top of it, it's going to end up looking just like this. And then, of course, a red carpet on top. And it is going to stop right here, is where you're going to stop filling in the red concrete and the red concrete powder. So I think you basically get where I'm going. So go ahead, fill in this small area and this small area with the red concrete, then place your red concrete powder on top of it, and then place your red carpet on top of all the coal and sea lanterns. I'll show you what it looks like once it is done if you are a little confused. So I will be right back. Alright, there we go. This is the finished product. As you can see, I have placed the red concrete below it and our red concrete powder on top of it, along with placing the red carpet on top of the coal and the sea lanterns. Now that we have done all of that, we are finished with this episode for now. We will continue finishing the walls and floors with Chica's Bakery in the next episode. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. And yeah, we'll continue building Chica's Bakery and finish the walls and floors, and then we will finally be able to move on to decorating the atrium, which I know will definitely take a long time. Well, that is going to do it for today's video. The rest of the episode will be out sometime in about a week from now. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give the video a like if you would like to see more videos like this. Well, that is all for now, and of course, I will see you all in my next video. See ya.